Moving on. Hello, I think I've gone live. It's a bit blurry. I wonder if my camera's clean. Probably not. And I can go live on Instagram. Is that gone live? Hello, I'm going to assume that I'm live over there as well. Very good. I think it's saying I'm live on Facebook, and I think I'm live on Instagram. So let me move that a bit. Thanks, Miles. Miles saying good luck. Hi, Aileen. Oh, no, that's you. Hi, King's Head. Hi, Shardy. That's who it is. Hello, good to see you. That means that's working. Brilliant. Instagram working, do you reckon? I think so. It doesn't say anything. But the white button's on pink. I'm going to think positively. So now I just hang out and see if anyone else shows up. Very good. Oh, hello. Okay. All right, that one's just shown up. Danielle. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Miles. Hi. Nice to see you. You're live on Facebook. Thank you, Des. That's good to know. Am I blurry, Des? Well, maybe it's my eyesight. That's even more worrying. I hope I'm in full non-blur where you can see it. Maybe I need to move that a little bit that way. Ah, look, that's better. You're in my cup over here. Yeah, that seems to work, doesn't it? Cup. Yeah, I don't know if Instagram's working. Basically, I have to just riff for a bit because we just wait until a few more people show up. So I just hang out for a couple of minutes, really, chattering to myself and to you who are there. I did this once before, which was great, and it's really quite fun, isn't it? I really quite like it. Oh, maybe it's because I'm in a big screen. Oh, that would be right. That's better. Okay. I mean, it's strange because obviously I live on my own, so I talk to myself like this pretty much all the time. But it's quite fun. It's quite weird to be observed continually talking to myself. And actually, I haven't talked to myself much today because I can hear my voice is a bit hoarse. Have some water. Very good. It's quite funny sort of keeping an eye on Instagram and an eye out here. Just going to check my little messages in case anyone's trying to tell me something. Yeah, King's Head is live now. Very good. Great. Do I need to do anything? Yeah, well done, Des. So, Des, you managed to get there by doing something, so that's good. Great. So, just another couple of minutes. Hope you're well, Danielle. I saw I was watching the Shakespeare Online, what's it called, The Show Must Go On, and Danielle was in that, Danielle Farrow, a while ago. I don't know if she's done any recently, but I was watching a couple of other friends last night, Honey, Gabriel, and Hannah Young, doing The Winter's Tale, Hermione and Paulina, which is pretty cool. It's quite amazing, this online world, isn't it? My friend Rob there texting to say, I hope you told people less than 15 minutes ago that you were doing this. And for once I did actually, so hopefully there won't be hundreds of people dinging. Last time I did this, it pinged and pinged and pinged through the whole talk. There's people like going, what are you doing? When's it? It's like, oh my God, because I told them like 1 second before the talk. So I think I can start now because we're now at the 5-minute mark, which is great. So, hello, Good afternoon to everybody. Fantastic to see you all here. Thank you for being here. My name's Aileen Gonsalves, and I am a theatre practitioner and have been an actor, writer, and director for about, I'm trying to work it out the other day, but for nearly 30 years, which is ridiculous. I trained at Central nearly 30 years ago. And rather sweetly, loads of my friends from that year are watching this call, which is quite an extraordinary thought, really, when you think about it after all this time. So yes, I do acting, writing and directing, and I did a talk like this in April, and people really liked it, so I'm back again. I have developed a new way of training actors, and that's what I want to talk to you mostly about today, and how it can help with self-taping. Because I know that a lot of actors now are self-taping, and I just have been discovering lots of different things to do with the Gonsalves method, which is my method of acting, that really helps. But first, I just want to say my connection to the King's Head. It's so brilliant to be here, so thank you for Shadi and everyone at the King's Head for arranging. I was due to be directing a fantastic new play by a brilliant new writer called Charles Entsey, and we were due to start rehearsals. I had my two brilliant actors. It was it's a thrilling two-hander, and called No Strings Attached. And Charles won the Adrian Pagan Award for new writing, actually, because and I think they described him as a magnificent new talent. So really do look out for Charles, because it's a wonderful, wonderful script. The actors were Razak Osman and Shaq Benjamin, two brilliant actors, and we were very excited. Just literally done all the auditions, about to start rehearsal, and then of course COVID struck. So along with all the rest of you, we're in a very different world at the moment. So I'm not sure what's going to go on with that play or with the King's Head. It's very exciting. The King's Head's got its funding going forward, so that's something to be very pleased about. But I'm delighted to be doing these talks, because what I do is I teach all over the place. I direct mainly these days, but I act, write and direct, and I direct with the Royal Shakespeare Company a lot. I did The Tempest a few years ago. I was the associate director on that, and I did my own version at the Swan Theatre, and then a tour around the country. And I have my own theatre company called Butterfly Theatre Company. And Butterfly, basically, the approach of Butterfly is to use the Gonsalves method, and some of which I'm going to show you today, in order to create our company's way of working. But what is very exciting, because I've been doing this for a long time, it's rooted in Meisner, which I'll talk about in a sec. But Butterfly has gone on to do some fantastic things, actually, because we have a shared way of working. There's quite a lot of us. We've come from the fact that I have taught the technique now in many, many drama schools. I was the head of the MA in acting at Arts Ed about now 6 years ago, and I did that for 4 years. And then I was the head of acting at Drama Studio London just last year. So I met a whole load of new actors there, which was brilliant. Currently I teach at the London College of Music, which is at University of West London. I teach actors, I teach musical theatre actors, and I'm at RADA teaching actors and directors on the MA courses there. And it's brilliant, that's online actually, which is really intriguing. I also teach at Identity School of Acting, which is another great place where I work. So I've been moving this technique now all around the world, really, in New York, in Europe, do a lot of stuff in Germany. And Butterfly goes touring around Europe and around this country. We do site-specific immersive Shakespeare plays. Now what that requires, because the audience are right close up, is the thing I'm going to talk about today, which is truthful acting, authentic, truthful acting. My websites are www.gonsalvesmethod.com. So that's potentially useful. And Butterfly is www.butterflytheatre.com. And the last thing to say about me is I have co-written a book with Dr. Tracy Irish, and that has just come out on Amazon, and it's with Arden and Bloomsbury, and it's called Shakespeare and Meisner. So that tells you my two great loves, Shakespeare and Meisner. And Meisner is, if you don't know what Meisner is, he's a practitioner who is in America, and he was in the group theatre. He was with Stella Adler, Lee Strasberg. Look it up online. It's Meisner, Sanford Meisner. His great book is called On Acting by Sanford Meisner, which will tell you mostly what you need to know about Meisner. The key thing that you need to know, and for the Meisner actors on this call, I will have a language with me that we share that they'll understand quicker what I'm saying and can apply it quicker, because my method absolutely illuminates things for Meisner actors, who are trained Meisner actors. But for everyone else, I'll explain it in just one short sentence. Thankfully, he was very, very clear about this. You cannot say ouch until you've been pinched. So pinch, ouch, pinch, ouch. Better known, I guess, as acting is reacting. So we all agree with this. Well, we tend to all agree with that statement, and we say, yes, yes, acting is reacting. But I'm going to challenge you to say, when did you last do it? Literally, I mean it. When? Now, I don't mean literally when at the moment, because we know it's quite a long time. But when you've been acting, when are you aware that you have actually been reacting when you've been acting? To do that, it requires you to put your attention fully on the other actor and to be in response to them. And it means that you have to trust and put your whole performance, I would argue, into the hands of the other actor. That is why in the end I had to have a company called Butterfly, because that's what we realised we needed more than anything else, was this absolute commitment and trust to trust the other actor and fall into them. And thus that we have the kind of, it's called Butterfly because it's the cause and effect thing, you know, the butterfly effect. So it's all about really, can you really put your attention really out? I've got various exercises that I did last time actually, but this time I'm going to, because I'm focusing on self-taping, that becomes an issue. Because suddenly you're at home, potentially on your own. How are you going to do that? How do you react to the nothing that is there or the nobody that is there? And because self-taping has become such a big thing, I realised I really had to tackle that in a much more methodical way for you. So I'm just going to look at my notes just to check I've said everything here. Yes. Great. So the Gonsalves method has 5 conditions: prep, objective, stakes, entitlement, as if. I'm not going to talk about prep and the as if, and you can find more about the Gonsalves method in the book, which is very exciting, but that's actually not out till April. You can pre-order it now, but it doesn't launch until next April, because they wanted us to be back in the world before we could launch it. But it is on, you can book it on Amazon, order it. But no, it's also on my website, the gonsalvesmethod.com website. It's in the blog. I've managed to put a few articles into that blog. So scroll around and you'll see some more descriptions of the things I'm about to say. So the thing I want to focus on the most, which I think really is the key thing, Meisner is this amazing technique which trains you to see clearly, respond honestly from your point of view. See clearly, respond honestly from your point of view. And my method was developed because I realised we needed to actually see clearly, respond honestly from our character's point of view. And that was about all we needed to do. We were very good at Meisner's repetition game, which trained the muscle of seeing clearly and responding honestly. But when it came to then applying it to text, everything fell apart. And I realised the reason why is because the way we were talking about objectives, the way we were talking about the given circumstances. Meisner himself said living truthfully under a given set of circumstances. And I'm sure you all know that phrase. And this given set of circumstances is what I put my attention on and created a methodical approach that allows you to really actually just see clearly and respond honestly under those given circumstances. But I realised that the given circumstances needed to be rooted in the other person. They needed to be rooted absolutely in the thing that you had all your attention on. So I came up with some, and the key ones you'll have heard of, but not quite like this, are objectives, stakes, and entitlement. I'm going to sum up objectives extremely quickly in this half-hour session. Objectives. The easiest way to talk about it is I just changed the language. You're going to think this is all too easy. I'm going to warn you about that right now. I think acting is easy. I think acting is fun. It's a joy. Of course, it's easy. It's brilliant. What's hard is the other essential thing for self-taping and all acting, but definitely self-taping. You have to learn the lines much, much more than you want to. We use the phrase learn lines beyond learning. And it's a painful, painful process, and it requires a lot of work to really learn the lines, really get them inside you so that they're at the back of your head. If they're at the back of your head, then all your attention can come out. And that's what we really want to focus on here, getting the lines so beyond learned, they're so well learned, you can now get your attention out. I have some tips on line learning. I think I might just try and get those up on the website today. I've got a PDF. I just realised I can just put the PDF up somehow, somewhere. Maybe I can do it here. But yeah, so I'll put a PDF up somewhere so you can have a look at that. But honestly, if you want to learn how to act, any young actors on this call, and you think, oh, I've got to go to drama, you don't have to do anything. You just have to learn the lines beyond learning and warm up. Warming up is the other essential ingredient. So learning the lines. Yeah, so because once the lines are absolutely embedded, you're now free. And you really want to be free to do your self-taping. So objectives I can sum up very quickly. When you're a teenager and you want money off your parents, or if you're on a date and you're trying to get someone to come back to your house and sleep with you, quite frankly, where is your attention? It should be, I love this way of teaching because no one's there to answer. I get to answer all my own questions. In fact, it's terrible when I've started teaching again in real life. I've started answering all my own questions. But I'll do it now. So you're a teenager, you're trying to get them to give you, your parents to give you some money, to go to the party. Your attention is on them. You come downstairs and you go, are they in a good mood or are they in a bad mood? Same on the date. I just made a joke. Did they laugh at the joke or did they frown at the joke? You know, that's the game we're playing in life all the time. That's why acting is easy, because we practice it all the time, every day. So I'm just using the skills that we have already in real life and just focusing them so that you can do this in acting. So what I'd say is you're looking at the parents to see if they're in a good mood or bad mood. If they are in a good mood, if you are making them smile, you try some opening gambit, don't you? You try something. Mum, your hair looks nice. Have you had it done? I've just done my homework. Anything that keeps that good mood. If they slightly frown at that point and get suspicious, and they look like that looks like your tactic is not working, what must you do immediately? Change tactic. You change tactic as soon as you see you're going off the rails here. You go, oh, what, Mum? Why? No, I'm not saying anything. What? Don't look at me like that. You know, suddenly you become really innocent. Then they go, well, then they just have a go and you go, well, don't shout at me. That's really unfair. You might start crying, you know, or you might try and make them laugh. You know, it's all about the tactic changes at that point. But the trigger for the tactic change is it's not working. I haven't given you the most magic ingredient, have I? So the way to set this in motion is the magic ingredient, which is to reword your objectives in a different way. Reword them to. Get them to. Get them to. Add the words get them to before any objective for any scene. You've got your self-tape scene, just go, what am I trying to get the other person to do? Do not word it in any other way. Not I want, not I need, not I think, and nothing. Get them to. And if you can't think of something, say to yourself out loud, I'm trying to get them to, and then just shut up. And the answer will come to you. Or say, am I trying to get them to laugh? And then go, no, definitely not. I'm trying to get them to forgive me. As soon as you say some stupid thing, the real thing will drop in. Trust it, just say get them to. Write that down, say it, don't describe it any other way. Now, why that's magic? Because now you're trying to get them to do something. Moment to moment you can see, is it working? Is it working? That's the most exciting thing now, because you can read in their behaviour. Are they frowning, smiling? Are they crossing their arms? Do they look away? And you can respond. The question you can always ask yourself from the minute after you hear this talk is what my partner is doing good or bad for my objective? If it is good, keep going. If it is bad, change tactic. Two simple things. See clearly and see the behaviour, and then respond with two things only. Keep going or change tactic. Now, after hearing this, if you apply this to any scene, anywhere, in any production, in any context, your acting gets better immediately because your attention is out. If your attention's out, you cannot help but be good. That's the thing I really want to say to you today. If your attention is out, you can be good. Now, you're going to say, how do we do self-taping? Yes, because self-taping now, of course, is then the nightmare because there's nobody there. How can you respond? Blah, 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 blah. So, first thing I want to say about self-taping. The most important job in self-taping, I think, is to massively enjoy it. What an incredible new thing we have now. As actors, we can be in our complete control. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to smile at anyone. We can just focus on the thing we want to do. Don't do 150,000 takes. Trust yourselves, for God's sake. You're good. You're brilliant. My main thing too is empower actors and make them realise how brilliant they are. You know, your first choice is invariably very good. So just get an objective, pick some stakes, the reason why it's really important. A really good sentence, I'm going to give you my magic sentence because you're listening to me today. Get them to kiss me, objective, because if they kiss me, they will marry me. That isn't entirely true, by the way. If they don't kiss me, I'll be alone forever. Not true either. There you have positive and negative stakes. If they kiss me, they will marry me, positive stakes. If they don't, I'll be alone forever, negative stakes. You've got those two sides. Because some of you will be driven on certain days by positive or negative. You'll just put them both down. And then the third bit of the sentence, they should kiss me because, is entitlement. They should kiss me because we've been engaged for 3 years. So anything that helps you keep entitled to get your objective. So that's the golden sentence. Get them to kiss me because if they kiss me, they'll marry me. If they don't kiss me, I'll be alone forever. They should kiss me because we are engaged. I'm literally not joking. You apply that to any scene and you'll get the conditions you need to act. Now you have to check, is it working moment to moment? If it's going well, keep going. If it's going badly, change tactic. So now, self-taping. How do you do that on your own? First thing, ideally, you don't. Ideally, you have a friend. But this is the interesting thing I wanted to tell you about. That friend is going to come over and be incredibly generous and helpful, or they're going to be on Zoom being incredibly helpful and generous. Brilliant. But, problem, they'll give you too much. That won't help you. You need to help the actor that is reading with you. If it is your mother, if it is the dog, whoever it is, you have to give them conditions. Give them objectives, give them stakes, give them things to do that make it difficult for you, not easy. You need them to look away. You need them to cause you to have to go, where have you gone? You need the best acting and the best well-written scenes are scenes where you have to change tactic because it's not working. That's what art is about. We're watching the human struggle, we're watching human beings struggle and overcome it in every single scene of a play or a TV thing or a film or anything. So look for the struggle. Look for whatever the struggle is and go, be clever enough to be on the outside of the process going, I've got my script through, I'm having a look at it. This is about a baddie, this scene is I've got to be, this is about a baddie and a goodie, there's an argument, this person's got higher stakes, as if you were directing it. Be like the director, imagine it in your head, mind's eye, how they would film it. This is a film set now, this self-taping business. You're presenting them with a shot from a film, think of it like that, and the shot just happens to be a mid-shot of you, the whole scene. It's a pretty boring scene, but it's filming you the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Just accept that. And so then you need to look like you're in a film. So of course you need to think about your hair and your makeup, but you also need to think what's on your feet. That's my other top tip. What is on your feet? What is on the bottom half of you? Does it make you feel the right thing that you should be feeling? Does it make you feel sexy? Does it make you feel aggressive? Does it make you feel flirty or soft or hard or anything at all? How does it make you feel? You need to be feeling that because you need to be able to let that will come out. That will come through whatever you're doing. Like I'm wearing really soft, funny socks down here because I knew I was just talking to actors who I love and so I don't care how I'm talking. But if I was talking to someone official or it's an interview or something, I absolutely wouldn't wear fluffy socks. We've got to wear things on the bottom halves of ourselves that help us perform. And also it's more fun. Dress up for the part. Do what you want. You're in your own house. Have more fun. It's a chance to act. That's the key thing there, bottom half. The other thing to say is read the other person's lines. Be aware what the other person is saying to you. What the other character is saying to you is more important than what you're saying. What the other person is saying is more important than what you are saying. Why would I say that? Because the acting is about reacting. You need to really hear what they're saying. So really look at their lines and ask yourself this question: is what they are saying good or bad for my objective? And then use your own words to get your objective. Yeah, and so just know that consciously with your own words, see in your own words what helps you get your objective, but more importantly, see what they're saying that helps or hinders your objective. Okay, I hope that's kind of clear. That's that thing. So now you're with your partner actor, your friend, and you say, actually, I need you to be really annoyed at this bit, or I need you to be a bit upset there, or you can give them conditions. I would give them opposing objectives to you. If you're smart enough, which you all are, just sit outside it and pick two sets of conditions for both of you that kind of clash with each other. Because that's what scenes are. There's always conflict. So it gives your other fellow actor something to do. But if it's your mum and you just need to give them something simple, get them just to look away, get them to look annoyed, get them to look upset. Anything that means you have to get in there and reach them, or you have to pull them towards you, i.e. you have to keep changing tactic because it's not working. I think that's the most important thing that I need to say. Oh my God, there's loads of you, and people have been asking questions the whole time, and people are saying that the volume's low, which I'm now turning up like 10 hours late. Oh God, this is a nightmare. I didn't realise I could scroll. Okay, now I'm scrolling. I'm now up to, okay, I think we're all right. Yeah, Craig was talking about feet. Oh, I was thinking no one had any questions, but you've all been chattering away there. Oh my God. Okay, sorry about that, team. All right, I'm back in the room. So what else is there to say? Hopefully you can hear me a bit better. You're probably being deafened. So yeah, make it difficult. Thank you, Danielle. I might just read the notes now because I'll see what people are saying. It's helpful, apart from the microphone being low. Great, so hopefully that's gone up a bit better. Oh, I wonder if the microphone on Instagram's any good. God, I'm so scared of touching Instagram. Oh my God, I've done something. Okay, hopefully that nothing happened. Okay, it's back on. Is it back on? It's checking connection. You're now live. Sorry if I just went off and on. I'm just worried about volume. Okay. Oh, maybe. Oh, it's doing something different now. Maybe I haven't been live all this time. I wonder. Okay, anyway. 4 minutes to go if I haven't. I've taught everything brilliant. You've missed everything. It's on Facebook. Oh, God, how annoying. So I'm waving at people. I couldn't do that before. Maybe they've been on and I haven't seen them. Anyway, back on this. This is what happened last time. Okay, no panic. It's all fine. Great. Now, so what else is really important? It's about the other person. Yes, no. So when you've got your objective, is it working? Think to yourself, what will it look like if it is working? Now, I know this is weird. You've got your friend there, but if you haven't got your friend there, you can think about not who am I talking to. That's really important. That's one of the conditions, the as if condition, but I haven't got time to cover that now. But what are they doing? What are they doing? Think about the person and what are they doing. Yes, Des, I will say, and hopefully you can hear me better now. Oh, social saying I have been, and I have been live. Hopefully that means on Instagram social. Can you confirm that? Would be very reassuring. So yeah, just so for the 5 conditions are prep, emotional prep. In brief, that's how you're feeling before you start acting. Objective, what you're trying to get them to do. Stakes, the reason why. Entitlement, the reason why they should do it. And the as if, which is the last thing, which is about who you're talking to. And what I would say is it's slightly complex to explain that very fast, but it's a little bit of it on my website. But who you're talking to, I'd say, what are they doing? Are they frowning? Have they crossed their arms? Have they stepped back? What's their proximity to you? So you can start imagining this problem scene that you're having with this person and that you're trying to win them round, or you're trying to seduce them, or you're trying to make them laugh. I'm going to give you some last middle thoughts about objectives that might really help, which is get them to. It's the most important phrase, get them to, because I think that's the thing I'd say is really key. Get them to take me seriously, get them to forgive me, get them to feel small, get them to be brave, get them to trust me, get them to agree with me. All these things, can you hear how lateral these things are? They are things that are very easy. They're easy. You know how to do them in real life, and you can totally do them now in this situation. So just know that that potential is always there. Get them to is a thing that's totally possible to do. When it needs to be something that can be done in the room. You know, you might want someone to sleep with you. That can't be done in the room, and it certainly now can't be done over Zoom. So Get them to do something very simple, like get them to smile, because if they smile, they're going to come home with you. Get your mum and dad, if you're the teenager, get them to nod in agreement, because then that means that you'll get the money. Things that you can actually get somebody to do and see, because you're trying to see how far or how close you are to that thing. Anyone got any other quick questions to ask me? I'm going to look back on the chat. Cannot believe that I haven't been looking at the chat. Sure, I learned this last time. Honestly, ridiculous. Oh, Des says he can hear me, actually. He's been able to hear me all the time, so that's good. Hello, everyone. Hi, Amanda, Social, everybody. Instagram people, hello. I'm so sorry if I haven't been with you this whole time. Hopefully you can catch up with the Facebook post. Oh, Social says Insta is running fine right now. So we're not sure whether it didn't. I don't think it said live to me earlier. I wasn't sure, but it sort of looked like it was live. So sorry if that's a complete fail from me. Any questions, anyone? This is quite cool. I wish that I could talk to you all day. Anything else to say? Enjoy it. This is your world now, actors. You get to have some control again. Please take it, grab it, take it, run with it. Make these videos little films. See them as little short films, but don't kill yourselves trying to get it perfect. Enjoy having your attention out. We can read it. That's the thing I want to say. Film, you can't lie. There's Michael there. Hey, Mike. I think I've just come on Instagram, haven't I, Mike? You could confirm that. Just to say, you know, it's oh my God, what did I just say? It's a film. It's a film. It's a film. It's a film. We can see if you're lying, and the way that we give you jobs is because we feel the truth bouncing off the screen. You can't stop truth coming out anywhere. The connection and truthful and aliveness comes out of the screen. So you need to make you're acting truthful. Obviously, we all know that. I'd argue the only way to do it is to have your attention out. So get yourself a focus outside of you. Just to say that I'm doing self-tapes with people on Zoom. So this is the other brilliant thing. I'm sure you've already all worked this out already, but totally just be on Zoom with your partner and then film yourself. Obviously, I'm not very good at doing two things at once, but that's the thing. The camera films you there, I guess, and you're acting. I don't know how it works, but somehow the actors act on Zoom, and but they can be seen. Do you see? Someone understand what I'm saying? You act on Zoom with your partner, and the camera picks you up. So have a think about that. I've been doing that very successfully with a lot of people. In fact, I'm doing coaching sessions. If anybody wants some coaching, I charge 40 quid and you do a coaching session on your scene and then I act with you. And I'm terribly good. I play the other person. So I know what to give you so that I know what reaction is what we need. So think about what reactions you need a little bit. It's a bit prescriptive in some ways, but it's a way of thinking about it that you might not have thought about. Get your attention on your partner and choose your partner well. Should have said that first. Choose your partner well. Choose it as someone who's going to help trigger you. That bizarre word that now is in our lives is fantastic for explaining this technique. Get triggered by your partner. I think that probably is me done now. So I'm now going to end the Facebook video. Last time I didn't do this at all, and I managed to not end the call somehow. So now I'm going to end the live video on Facebook. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone. Really lovely to see you. Hope you're all really well. Have a fantastic day. Look out for Butterfly, will you? We're doing online Christmas interactive special, which is very exciting. I'm going to be doing that in December. So look out for that. And love to you all. Be well. Okay, I'm going now. Bye. And the book. Buy the book. Amazon. Shakespeare and Meisner. End live video. Oh, I did this last time and it didn't work.